Hello ladies and gents, welcome back your lovely faces, and oh my god, the last couple of weeks regarding the royals, Piers Morgan and everything going on here in the UK is absolutely insane. But we are going to jump straight into the video today because this is just nuts. So, Piers Morgan explains why he shared the royal names to finish blackmail threat by Harry and Meghan. If people don't really know, but we are going to get into it, is that someone put out a book, Ahmad Scooby or Scobby, whatever the guy's name is, and in this book, only in one part of the world, the names were there. But everywhere else in the world, you can't get the names. That's one thing that's been going on. Piers Morgan has explained why he felt moved to reveal the names of the British royals that appeared in the Dutch translation of Ahmad Scooby's new book, Endgame, with the author alleging that they participated in concerns and conversations about the skin colour of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's then unborn baby. Going on, obviously, that committed royal watchers will need to start reminding that these allegations were first aired by Harry and Meghan when they spoke with Oprah in 2021, but no names of the alleged speakers given. But then it goes on regarding Today programme. Seen in the UK media have been dancing around the names, including the slightly surreal episode of the BBC's flagship radio news Today programme, not identifying them in the first hour, but in the second, they just started spreading the name, which is just absolutely crazy what's going on. So now, Piers Morgan, who named the two royals on his Wednesday evening talk show as being King Charles and Kate Middleton, has written in this weekend's Times newspaper saying he felt the situation was becoming farcical and that he believed that Ahmad Scooby is a liar. So this is what Piers Morgan wrote. It seemed absurd to me that Dutch people should be privy to significant information about our royal family, but British people would be prevented from knowing it too. Second, because this whole farrago has gone on long enough and caused enough damage, frankly, it's time we were told exactly what was allegedly said by whom to who. I 100% agree with Piers Morgan on that. If these sort of things are happening and you got these people going around saying, oh, someone said this, someone said that, it's literally whispers. You know, when you were a kid, you do the whisper game, you know, like a lie would get bigger, bigger and bigger. This is what this is. And it's not giving anticipation like, oh, ooh, you gotta tell us. It's literally like, well, that's it. No, you can't go around this. You have to tell us who it is. It's absolutely just insane. But obviously, he does go on to say that when and where it was said, exactly what context. Otherwise, this deeply divisive, racially charged sore will continue to ooze its way into global public consciousness. Third, because in reporting the names of their identities can no longer be held over them as some kind of blackmail threat by the Sussexes. My own firm belief, which I'm sure will be shared by most of the British public, is that neither Charles or Kate ever made any racist comments about baby Archie, and that this is a sickening slur on the characters of two people who've spent their lives in public service advocating for racial equality and justice. And we also got this as well. So, poor Ahmad Scooby seems to have become the first author in history whose book was secretly sabotaged en route to a printer in a random foreign country. So, Scooby has said that he never ever put the names in this book. But, you go in for the manuscript, the Dutch translator at the centre of the scandal has been robustly defended by her publisher, with both saying she only translated what was put in front of her. Meanwhile, the UK media are going to town with commentators saying the onus is now on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to speak out publicly against the contents of the book. So far, there has been what is being called a deafening silence, which is very true. They need to come out now and just clear this up. They do. Because this is just absolutely bizarre that this guy wrote a book and everywhere in the world, bar one country, yes, this one out. But we got names in this one. And they've even pulled the book off the Dutch shelves, which is absolutely crazy. And it also says as well that King Charles has been on environmental duties this week at the COP28 in Dubai, but his team is expected to discuss what next options could be, including either legal or through a statement to respond to this very damaging story for the British royal family. Everyone remembers the late Queen Elizabeth's neat response to the allegations made in the Oprah chat. Recollections may vary. For the King's follow-up, watch this space. Yeah, there's just so much going on with this, and everyone's got to be careful, I think, because we all know what Piers Morgan's like. Piers Morgan, he does say some things which are good sometimes, but a lot of the times he seems to just talk, get a lot of stuff out there, and basically, if there's anything bad happening, he'll just say it, and then he'll just be like, oh, that's it. Well, I never said that. Which, with that part by there, with him saying quite a few times, I never said that, let's take a look at our next story regarding Piers Morgan. So on The Times, Piers Morgan does have an article that he writes for it. And as we were saying about a brand new thing, it's still regarding this guy who wrote the book Endgame. But this is what we got. I was watching This Morning on Thursday when I heard a startling claim involving me and what I apparently want to do to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This is what this Ahmed Scooby said. He wrote an op-ed this week saying they should be burned alive. What? Screeched the royal gossip monger and chief Sussex liquor spittle, Ahmed Scooby, or Scooby, whatever the guy's name is. I did? Wow. That sounds like a very serious thing indeed, which it is, which should obviously lead to my instant cancellation and probable arrest for inciting violence against two beloved public figures. There's just one problem. I never said it. What we have by here now, obviously, is this Ahmed guy. It's almost like now he just wants to get famous, make a lot of money. That's what it seems to be. And obviously, take a name with someone like Piers Morgan, which is a bit of a bad thing to do because Piers Morgan will more than likely end up suing this guy for that. People hate Piers Morgan and he probably thinks, oh, people don't like him. I'll be fine with this. I'll get away with it. But he won't. And as it goes on, in fact, I wrote this at the end of a column for The Sun. I hate The Sun. We're supposed to believe Meghan and Harry are keen to build bridges with the royals and even want to spend Christmas with them at Sandringham, which seems about as likely as me being invited up there to pull a festive cracker. I can't speak for Charles, Camille, William or Kate, but if those two close members of my family have spent the past few years trashing the rest of us on global media platforms, the only way I'd want to spend Christmas with them is if they were human chestnuts roasting on my open fire. So I was talking, hypothetically, and clearly, jocularly, about members of my own family, not Meghan and Harry. Obviously, with the way that people take words this day and age and literally try and make them fit their own agenda, this is one of those reasons. And again, you know, he says there, if two close members of my family had spent this, I wouldn't want my family there. This is what I would do to them. Which, again, is kind of understanding when you think of it, because these people who you love, you know, brother, sister, whatever, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and they've literally gone on a media worldwide thing and just blasted you. Would you really want them round for Christmas? You know, it's that sort of thing. And obviously with this, it's absolutely crazy. And he does go on regarding, obviously, the monarchy trashing book, Endgame, is at the centre of a global firestorm after the Dutch version accidentally named the King and the Princess of Wales as the two people who the Sussexes claimed made racially charged comments about the potential skin colour of their baby son, Archie. This needs to come out now. They need to come out and they need to speak about this. They do need to tell people who it was, because you can't just say something like that when you're on that level and then be like, oh, we're not going to tell you though. These things were said, blah, 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 which are horrible things. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'm not going to say who said it though. It's like dangling a carrot in front of a donkey, you know, like with just there. You're riding a donkey, you got a carrot on a stick, and you're just pushing in, a donkey's trying to get it. That's what this is. And that's a sad way to be. And I really do think if Diana was alive, let's just say there'd be a few things going on that people would not want to read about. But that's what we got for this one, ladies and gents. Let me know what you think about this down below. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.